Beautiful sunrise this morning, but it is a little chilly. Grab the sweater. We've got 40s, even upper 30s in Watford City and Bowman this morning, but sitting at 43 in Minot and 46 in Bismarck. That all turns into mostly 70s today. Pretty seasonable, but I'll tell you, wind will heat back up to the 80s, and we'll talk chances for storms over the weekend. You're watching Good Day Dakota. The news continues right now.
Live from KX News. This is Good Day Dakota.
Good morning and welcome to Good Day Dakota. I'm Josh Menny.
And I'm Alicia Huff. Thanks for waking up with us on this Friday morning. In our top story, a body and vehicle authorities were searching for most of the day yesterday were both found in the Missouri River.
Renee Cooper was on scene at the Fox Island boat ramp in Bismarck. Here's what she learned.
I'm out here along the Missouri River. The Fox Island boat ramp is just behind me. And I don't know how well you can see off into the distance here behind me, but you've got Bismarck Police on scene. There's the Burleigh County Sheriff's Department. There's also Burleigh County Water Rescue. Now, all of these agencies have been on scene since earlier in the afternoon, about 1 o'clock this afternoon. And the reason they are is because Burleigh County or Bismarck Police Department was tipped off about a car submerged in the Missouri River last night, and they've been searching for it all day. Now, at about 7:40 tonight, they were able to locate the car, and they actually pulled it up by crane. You could see it. It was a dark-colored sedan. Now, my vantage point isn't great from here. I was able to zoom in a little bit earlier with my camera to get some good shots of them pulling it out of the water. But as of right now, as best as I could see, it was a dark-colored sedan that was pulled out around 7:40 tonight. I'll send it back to you.
Police are not releasing the identity of the person who was found inside the vehicle until the family is notified. We do know a Bismarck man went missing Monday, 37-year-old Bradley Joseph Agard. Authorities are not saying this is him, but family members express they are concerned. And authorities tell KX News, based on the information they were given, police say this was one of the best areas to look for him, which is why the search began yesterday.
In new developments, we now know the name of the person who was killed in a plane crash in Mandan. Mandan police say 57-year-old Joel Flieger of Stanton died not long after taking off around 1:45 Saturday afternoon at the Mandan airport. He was the only person on board the aircraft, and Federal Aviation Administration spokesman Tony Melinaro says that the single-engine two-seat plane made for aerobatics was built from a kit. The National Transportation Safety Board is leading that investigation into the crash.
A new project will help track those with disabilities who may have gone missing. Project Find Safe is a collaboration of the North Dakota Center for People with Disabilities at Minot State and law enforcement. The project is funded by a 3-year, $150,000 grant from the U.S. Department of Justice and will cover the cost of equipment and training. The director says the project will help give families anywhere in the state peace of mind.
Whether they're young or old with autism or developmental disability or have Alzheimer's or dementia, this hits every range. And so I think there's a lot more people out there that could really benefit from this program.
North Dakota Highway Patrol is one of the main partners in the project. Troopers will be trained to track a missing person using a bracelet and receiver. Project Find Safe will be put into place throughout the state in the fall.
In continuing coverage, up until January, the Burleigh Morton Detention Center was the only jail in the state to require a college degree or military experience in order to work as a corrections officer, but not anymore. Being 18 years old and a high school graduate are now the new minimum requirements, and 6 months later, the Burleigh County Sheriff says that the change has proven its worth. Daniel Migelke says that he's always been interested in working in law enforcement, but finishing college has just not been in the cards. He was hired in April alongside Hannah Miller, and she's been a member of the North Dakota National Guard now for 2 years.
Not everybody with a college degree is fit for a job like this. You know, there's can be still good officers without a college degree.
I wouldn't be here if they didn't, so I'm obviously a fan of it. I think as long as you have the characteristics and everything that the job requires, I think that's all you really need.
And Sheriff Lieben says that his hope is that people like Migelke and Miller keep applying to the detention center and are inspired to make law enforcement a career.
The coronavirus hasn't affected hiring at the jail, according to the sheriff, but it has affected the facility as a whole. Burley County Sheriff Kelly Lieben says the department is spending overtime money to make sure anytime there's a new arrest brought in, that the person is quarantined for a full 14 days. And if an inmate leaves the facility for court or any other reason, they have to start that process all over when they return. Sheriff Lieben says it wasn't as difficult to enforce in March, but now that the arrests are going back up, they're simply running out of room for isolation.
So there's kind of a balancing act, and we have 2 of our employees assigned to work on that, and they're doing an excellent job. But it's every day you're looking at, okay, how long has this group been isolated? When can we move them? Can we consolidate some people and free up other areas?
Arrests are still down compared to this time last year. Last May, the detention center booked 749 inmates compared to 2008 in May.
208, yeah. In May of this.
So they're down. How?
Yeah,
that's more than half.
100 almost.
Wow,
Yeah.
down by 500.
Significant. And there's still plenty of news and weather ahead this morning on Good Day Dakota, including
a new app helping you figure out what's keeping you down via video call. We'll introduce you to the man behind the app coming up after the break.
And Amber will be back with us to tell us how this Father's Day weekend is shaping up for us. That's straight ahead.
Watching Good Day Dakota with Josh Meny, Alicia Huck, and weather with meteorologist Amber Wheeler. Good Day Dakota on KX News, putting North Dakota first.
Wouldn't it be nice if there was a bank that cut out the noise? Psst, there is. American. No tricks, no gimmicks. From banking to wealth management and insurance, we offer a more, dare we say, practical way to do business. That's American. Banking, trust, and insurance.
Let's say your car needs a new part, like an alternator. You could get just the one part at the typical auto parts store. Or for the same money at rockauto.com, get the alternator plus the belt and tensioner kit you'll need to do the repair right and have money left over to buy lunch. Since 1999, rockauto.com has provided reliably low prices, easy-to-use website, huge selection of parts, and fast shipping.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
The open road, the wind in your hair, the feeling of freedom that drives us to go out and discover. At Chevy, we're committed to getting you there with confidence and peace of mind. That's why your Chevy Clean dealers commit to using enhanced vehicle cleaning measures with CDC-approved cleansers. If you need a new Equinox, get 0% APR for 72 months or $4,500 cash allowance on most models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available, so you can find new roads with confidence.
96 elephants a day are being killed.
Just for their ivory. At that rate, these amazing creatures
could be extinct in our lifetimes.
Ivory trade damages livelihoods.
It fuels corruption.
And has financed criminal gangs and civil wars in Africa.
All for trinkets and carvings that can be made of other things.
So please tell everyone you know to be ivory free.
Spread the word about being ivory free.
Because when the buying stops, the killing can too.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This summer, we'll be traveling in a cabin where every seat is premium and all baggage flies free. So fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the panoramic views. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan. Get a low $274 per month lease on Nissan Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Wouldn't it be nice if there was a bank that cut out the noise? Psst, there is. American. No tricks, no gimmicks. From banking to wealth management and insurance, we offer a more, dare we say, practical way to do business. That's American. Banking, trust, and insurance.
Breaking news, top local stories, and weather anytime, anywhere, putting North Dakota first. Welcome back to Good Day Dakota.
It's 6:09. Welcome back. Governor Doug Burgum, along with the rest of the North Dakota Emergency Commission, met on Thursday to decide what to do with the state's share of its CARES Act funds. 49% of the $408 million will be allocated to economic support for individuals, meaning $200 million will be given to job service in order to get them through to the next meeting in September. Only 6% will be allocated towards public health and safety.
A lot of states are spending their monies fighting COVID. And because we've had, great individual responsibility and great numbers and great results on the COVID side. We're fortunate that we're able to focus on these economic programs.
Any remaining funds from the CARES Act that isn't used by December 30th will be returned to the federal government.
Now we continue our COVID-19 North Dakota watch with the latest numbers from the health department. There were 29 new cases of the coronavirus, and that moves the overall total now to 3,193. And another North Dakotan has died after contracting the virus. It was a man in his 60s from Cass County. That brings the total number of deaths in the state to 75. In addition, recoveries once again outpaced new cases. 53 people are now newly recovered, meaning that there are actually 309 active cases in the state. And 26 people are currently in the hospital. Almost 144,000 tests have been administered to date. And for the latest information on the coronavirus, including new resources, the latest case numbers, and prevention, you can head on over to our website at kxnet.com.
The virtual healthcare business has been booming since COVID-19 began, and one North Dakota nurse practitioner created a new virtual walk-in clinic app. It's called Health Now. Mick Peterson provides services for colds, bug bites, aches and pains, and rashes. If you need x-rays, blood work, or throat swabs, he'll refer you to an in-person clinic in the area. Peterson says he wanted to reach more people, and with the app, he can reach anyone in North Dakota.
Services to business owners and businesses that may or may not be able to either afford health insurance or offer health insurance to their employees.
Peterson can also provide prescriptions, which he says can be sent to the pharmacy of your choosing.
So it's great to have options and alternatives. All right. Amber, now let's take a look at the weather here. And it is Friday, and it's a chilly Friday morning, just like you said we could expect.
It is. You know, widespread 40s. That's chilly. We've even dropped to the upper 30s for some of us. But tomorrow is the longest day of the year in terms of sunlight. It is the summer solstice, and it happens at a specific time in terms of the actual solstice. And it happens tomorrow afternoon. So that's the first official day of summer. 4:43 p.m. is when the summer begins, on the calendar, that is. And temperatures this morning feel anything but. You know, we're talking some upper 30s to mid 40s. 39 in Hettinger there now. 43 in Dickinson, Washburn, at 41, and still sitting at 39 in Watford City, but most of us there in the north, a lot of low 40s. Newtown at 41 degrees, as well as Turtle Lake at 42. If you're wondering about the weekend, well, we're keeping a lot of 70s. We do have chances for showers and thunderstorms. If these icons, these thunderstorm icons, maybe scare you a little bit if you have outdoor plans, don't be scared, because I would not cancel any plans. Just keep an eye on the radar. It is going to be very scattered at this point. You might have to maybe go inside for a little bit, watch the radar. We're going to be watching it for you this weekend, but I'll tell you who could see a chance for severe weather over the weekend, and we'll talk about when we'll start seeing those 80s again.
All right, thank you, Amber. Well, Amtrak is cutting down services, and airlines are getting ready to meet the busy late summer travels as more states relax restrictions. Here's today's Money Watch report.
Stocks were mixed again on Wall Street Thursday. The Dow fell 39 points. The Nasdaq gained 32, and the S&P 500 edged up less than 2 points after spending most of the session in the red. Investors are concerned about how recently reopened businesses will respond to rising coronavirus numbers in some areas. Major service cuts are coming to Amtrak later this year. Starting in October, trains will no longer make daily stops at hundreds of stations across the country. Most long-distance lines will run only 3 times a week. The railroad is also reducing the frequency of trains in the busy Northeast corridor and along state-funded routes. Amtrak says its ridership has plunged since the pandemic began. Turning to the skies, JetBlue is gearing up for a busy late summer travel season. Starting July 23rd, the airline is adding 30 new routes and restoring service to 9 others. JetBlue executives believe Americans are feeling cooped up and are eager to visit friends and family after months of social distancing. The new tickets go on sale today. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. I'm Diane King Hall.
Hi, Dave Anderson from Mandan Memorial. A memorial is not about a life past, but a life shared, honored, and celebrated for generations to come. Memorials can be as distinctive as the person for whom it celebrates. Our showroom features many unique, traditional, and cremation memorials. Please stop in to explore the possibilities or call for an in-home consultation. Mandan Memorials, making memories last forever. 122 East Main Street in Mandan or online at mandanmemorial.com.
I like Liberty Mutual. They get that no two people are alike. And customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. What do you think?
I don't see it. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Your business message in front of the right group of customers. Partner with an experienced team that knows how to make you stand out from the crowd. Take the next step. kxnet.com/result driven.
Give me a shot!
Because you love me.
Give me a shot!
To protect me.
Give me a shot!
Because our community needs super strong immunity. Parents, give us all a shot at healthy and happy lives. My school, my friends, our family, everybody. We deserve to be protected. So it's up to you, because vaccines are safe and they save lives.
Give me a shot!
At Riverwood RV, we know camping. Whether you're a new or avid camper, we can help you find a solution to make your first or 100th outing the best experience ever. Stop on by and let's talk campers, parts, servicing, and accessories. We want to help you find everything you need to make your home away from home run, look, and feel better than ever before. Together, we'll figure out how to make that next camping adventure an event to remember.
Acres of fun, Riverwood RV.
This year's Cashwise Backyard Barbecue will have a new look by practicing social distancing.
And as always, extra safety, but we will be delivering the same great food to your backyard barbecue.
Hey, guys! Are you ready for the backyard barbecue?
You can come a little closer.
Do you want to invite your friends and family for a backyard barbecue? Become a Cashwise Foods More Rewards member for your chance to win.
The Cashwise Backyard Barbecue, only on KX.
Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
And good morning. It is 6:17. Welcome back to Good Day Dakota. A little bit of cloud cover out there, as you can see on our Rugby KX cam, but it's not going to last all morning. In fact, you'll have a gorgeous sky like many of us are having already. And in fact, if my clicker works, there we go. I didn't set it into motion before I came out here. We've got some sunshine for most of us, mostly clear conditions out there. So a nice and sunny day. Here's the satellite and radar. It's hard to make out the clouds as that sun is rising, but pretty soon you'll see them a little bit off towards the east. A few clouds moving in from the west, and so we'll see some cloud cover move in later on this afternoon. This upper level low is still certainly going to be impacting our forecast over the next few days, and it will kind of usher in a few clouds later today, maybe even an isolated shower or thunderstorm. The chances are still pretty low, but they're there. And so the rain is, of course, much needed for a lot of folks in central and western North Dakota, where we have this moderate drought, and on the outskirts here, abnormally dry conditions. This is the latest drought monitor. This was released yesterday morning, and you can see here that we've gotten the abnormally dry conditions tugged into Pierce County, even moving into parts of Wells County, into the southeast Logan County. These areas saw quite a bit of rain yesterday, and that was after the data was collected on Tuesday. So it'll be really interesting to see the next update into the next week. But of course, we certainly could use that rain. A lot of 40s here on the map, upper 30s in Hettinger, 41 in Stanley, 44 in Garrison. Wind speeds are out of the west and southwest 5 to 10. They'll increase a little bit today, 10 to 15, maybe some gusts up to 20 and 25, but the highs are going to be in the 70s. So we're warmer than yesterday, keeping some 60s in that Highway 2 corridor. And again, the chances for rain are very minimal. I mean, most of us are going to stay dry here. We'll pull in a little cloud cover by this afternoon. We'll see some showers and small thunderstorms. In terms of severe potential, it is very low. And you can see here that'll move through parts of this evening, very hit or miss. Heading into Saturday, we do have a chance for some shower and thunderstorm activity that could pop up. This is why I say don't cancel your plans for Saturday. I mean, you're going to see those thunderstorm icons on your phone app, on our 7-day, but they're going to be really hit or miss. And so you still have a good chance of staying dry or even getting a quick rain shower or two. We'll head into Sunday, keeping most of the rain chances in the southern part of the state, but we can't rule it out for the north. But here's the chance for severe weather. This is off towards the James River Valley area, some of our southeastern counties, Emmons County, Logan, McIntosh County, under that marginal risk for large hail and damaging wind. And even tomorrow, we'll warm up a little bit. We're back to those 70s. And in fact, we'll keep a similar forecast on Father's Day. Here's your forecast in Dickinson, and you get a nice look at that KX cam in Dickinson this morning. Looking at the mid-70s tomorrow, low 70s on Sunday. Again, Don't let the icons scare you with the thunderstorm icon. We're just going to let you know there's a chance that they're there. But again, I wouldn't cancel those plans. I'd just be watching that radar. It could maybe move through your neck of the woods, but there's a good chance it won't. Here's the forecast for the next 7 days for Minot. Again, looking for those 70s for the beginning of the week. We have a totally different pattern for the middle and end of next week, and that's going to promote warmth. Here's your Bismarck 7-day forecast. A lot of upper 70s for the weekend, pushing 80 for many. And then next week, we'll hit those 80s more than likely by the middle of next week.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a nice Father's Day weekend I'm looking for. And Aaron's taking advantage of fishing, I think, today.
There you go.
So it should be pretty nice.
You know, today, tomorrow, either way, you just have to watch that radar. As he probably knows, when you're out in the water, you don't want to be
just call Amber.
Just sitting out there. You can, because they have, and that's okay too. Because all my friends, I'm always texting them.
Right.
Where are you at? Because I know you're camping somewhere.
Good friend to have, indeed.
Got
all right, thanks, Tamer. Keep it with us here on Good Day Dakota. Still to come.
This is probably the best prom I've ever been to, and it is my last one, so I'm excited.
Yeah, we will hit the town with the class of 2020 and
how one community is letting its graduates know they're supported.
It seems like life as we know it is on hold, but life doesn't stop because your blood can save lives. So we can do this. Because of you, life doesn't stop. Make your appointment to donate blood at Vitalant.org.
Save big on garage essentials and get 11% off everything at Menards. Keep your home and cars clean with this 1.5-gallon shop vac. With a 2-peak horsepower motor, it tackles tough messes, wet or dry. $26.69 after 11% off. This Good Earth Lighting 46-inch LED motion sensing shop light starts instantly and can connect up to 5 fixtures. $53.39 after 11% off. Start saving with 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
19% of high school students are electronically bullied each year.
Cyberbullying can happen 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Children who are cyberbullied are more likely to be unwilling to attend school and have lower self-esteem.
30% of kids who are cyberbullied have thought about suicide.
It only takes one to make a difference. Not in our town.
Part of the KX News Putting North Dakota First community outreach, brought to you by McDonald's.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This summer, we'll be traveling in a cabin where every seat is premium and all baggage flies free. So fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the panoramic views. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan. Get a low $274 per month lease on Nissan Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
It seems like life as we know it is on hold, but life doesn't stop because your blood can save lives. So we can do this. Because of you, life doesn't stop. Make your appointment to donate blood at Vitalant.org.
The best way to wake up in the morning is with Good Day Dakota.
It's 6:24. Welcome back. A group of Minot businesses came together to give students a memorable prom. Due to COVID-19, official school proms were canceled, but that didn't stop the Minot Downtown Business and Professional Association from hosting an event for the students who missed out. On Wednesday, the business group held a prom-like venue and invited kids from all over to come dressed to impress, ready to take pictures and enjoy a night of dancing and fun. Although this wasn't the real thing, students still made the most of it.
I'm super happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm excited that we all got to get together and do this, have fun.
Yeah, it's exciting to actually do something during this time and not just sit around on the couch.
And to avoid overcrowding, Part 2 was held yesterday for more students to attend.
Well, the capital city found a way to honor graduating classes of 2020. The downtowners usually put up college banners each year, but this year, all public schools, private high schools, and the 3 higher ed school banners are represented on Main Street. That's because of COVID-19, all schools had a less than traditional end to the school year. And the CEO of the Downtowners Association says that it's important to let all graduates know that this community supports them.
We want to just make sure that they know how proud we are of them as a community, and we want to represent all of the graduating classes while people can see them and as they drive along downtown Bismarck.
And COP says that those banners will be up and on display now for the next couple of weeks.
Well, that's really nice that they're doing it. And looks like this morning might be a chilly morning to go out and start checking out those banners.
Yeah, it's in the 40s out there. This is our coolest morning this week. Some areas even have dropped to the upper 30s. It's a little cool, but we are really warming up. In fact, we're warmer than yesterday. Take a look at the dog walking forecast. If you're heading out, maybe wear that light jacket or sweater. And we've got Luna, Miles, and Cody, and they are courtesy of Laura. So good morning to all 4 of you. We're back into the upper 30s to mid 40s. We're partly cloudy with a light westerly breeze here. Temperatures today, well, they return to the 70s. A few 60s along the north, but still a pretty seasonable day out there. We are clear for many. Just a few clouds rolling through the area, but you can see there kind of an upper atmospheric westerly and northwesterly flow. That's going to pull in a few clouds later today, and even a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. I'll give you the timing on that coming up, and who could see severe weather over the weekend.
All right, thank you, Amber. And when we return this morning on Good Day Dakota.
How Medora's keeping it extra local this year. Aaron Fields will have the story coming up after the break.
This is Karen's land. It's been here a long time, and so is she, along with Mojo. The first fence post went up here. Now there's 5,000 of them. After the storm, she started the cleanup here. This is more than just land. It's home. Karen runs with us on a John Deere 3E Series tractor, because who says a day's work has to take all day? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Shop 9 John Deere tractor packages starting at under $250 per month at rdoequipment.com.
Look what $288 buys today at Keating Furniture World. A beautiful sofa like this, just $288. Kick back and relax in a great recliner, only $288. Dining sets, just $288. Queen beds, only $288. Look around. You'll be amazed how you can get so much for so little, just $288. Plus, many items throughout the store for only $388 and even $488. Plus, enjoy no interest for 1 full year. So don't pay more. Get more for less. It's the one low price. That's oh so nice. Furniture starting at just $288 at Keating Furniture World.
It's time for summer fun at your area's boat and power sports leader, Valley Sport Marine. Our dealership is packed with pontoons, boats, motorcycles, ATVs, watercraft, and more. All sale priced. Huge selection, massive savings, and the best experience after the sale. We also have parts and accessories you need to make your summer fun. On-the-spot financing is available. Trades are welcome. Creating memories for over 45 years, your boat and power sports leader, Valley Sport and Marine.
This is the time of year for hail and windstorms that can wreak havoc on your vehicle. When Mother Nature strikes, you have the right to choose your auto body repair facility. Centennial Collision and Paint is a state-of-the-art auto body facility located in Bismarck that does hail and paintless dent repair. Estimates are free and no appointment is necessary. Our work is backed by a lifetime warranty. Our technicians are ICAR Gold certified. Centennial Collision and Paint, where a quality repair is no accident.
Now, your forecast first with the KX Storm Team.
And good morning. It is 6:29. We've got a mostly sunny sky out there. The sun has risen, and we're looking at just a few clouds in the Rugby area. Still a lot of sunshine there, though. Through the day today, mostly sunny conditions and a chance for some isolated showers and thunderstorms. And it is chilly this morning. We're down to the upper 30s in the southwest, 43 in Minot and 46 in Bismarck. But plan your day, the last day of calendar spring, in the 70s. A little warmer today, but we're warming back up in this forecast. I'll tell you about the weekend for your Father's Day, and we'll also talk about who could see severe weather this weekend. That's straight ahead on Good Day Dakota.
Good Day Dakota continues on KX News.
It's 6:29. Welcome back.
One of North Dakota's most beloved musicals will be kicking off this weekend.
That's right. And new this morning, Aaron, he made the trip to talk to some of the cast. And Aaron, this was the first time for you.
It was. Medora's beautiful. But how many times have y'all actually been in the musical?
I've lost count because I've been going there since I was a kid.
I've been there once, and it was fantastic.
And it's like different every time, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to go try it out. But anyways, people from all over the nation perform in this musical, and I talked to a few of them who are from right here in North Dakota.
I'm from Minot, North Dakota.
So I grew up in Watford City.
I grew up in Dickinson, North Dakota.
Grew up in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Born and raised in North Dakota, all four of them had the same dream, to perform.
I remember in 3rd grade, I did a show, and I played an owl, and my one line was, "Give a hoot, don't pollute."
The minute I stepped on that stage, and I felt that rush of energy and excitement.
All of them have traveled around the nation doing different gigs, but being able to be a part of the Medora musical is something they can't compare anything else to.
This show is very different to any show that I've ever done. The Badlands is the backdrop, the outdoor amphitheater, the amount of seats that we have. It's just something very special that you don't really get to see anywhere else.
Medora definitely feels most special to me, mostly because I've seen the Medora musical since I was 3. In a way, I think it's what somewhat inspired me to do theater, because this was my first access to live theater as a kid. But as a little girl growing up and seeing it from the other side, I knew that's something I wanted to be a part of, and I'm so happy I am.
But it goes even further than that. The cast has turned into one big family.
Do y'all ever get like tired of each other because y'all are constantly like working together?
Never. This whole cast is family. From the day we all get here, everyone treats each other as if we're brothers and sisters, and it's always a family affair. We're all just kind of best friends, and we're all singing together and, you know, goofing around. I think that's, you know, kind of my favorite part of this experience so far.
You know, when you come here and you come to the amphitheater and you have a show, you step on the stage, you have to leave everything else behind. And we're one unit. We can't do it without each other.
So me and Lane are actually going to get a little preview of what y'all should expect this weekend. So are y'all ready, guys?
Ready.
All right.
So come home to North Dakota. North Dakota is a place where you
belong. Oh, that ending makes me cringe every time. But they have been taking the necessary precautions in order to stay safe as possible, and they are still expecting a good crowd while practicing social distancing, and I will have more information on that coming up tonight. But Josh and Alicia, how did you like my voice?
You know, that's really funny, because we had this story earlier this morning, and I was like so into go, is Lane singing there?
Yeah. Yes.
And he was singing, and I didn't even get till this little final. Oh.
And you're keeping beat.
Yeah, and I need to go back there not just to see the musical, but maybe they can give me some singing lessons. Alicia, you could probably give me some singing lessons too.
Oh, you're welcome to come over anytime.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
Thanks, Aaron. Keep it with us here on Good Day Dakota. Still to come.
We will show you who gets what when it comes to dividing up the state's shares of the CARES Act funds. We'll have the details on that coming up after the break.
Professional, ethical, successful. Put DCI Credit Services to work for you today. We make transitions easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This summer, we'll be traveling in a cabin where every seat is premium and all baggage flies free. So fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the panoramic views. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan. Get a low $274 per month lease on Nissan Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
If you're like us, you've been waiting a while. Well, the wait is over. Prairie Nights Casino and Resort is open and ready for you to have a safe and enjoyable getaway. We've been cleaning, disinfecting, and modifying to make our facility safe, functional, and fun. To find out the latest details of our casino, lodge, restaurant, bars, and more, visit our Facebook page or prairienights.com. The wait is over. So dust off your luck, head back to Prairie Nights, and feel lucky again.
Constant hand washing causes hands to dry and crack. Try O'Keefe's Working Hands. It's America's #1 hand cream for guaranteed relief of dry, cracked hands. Also available in O'Keeffe's for healthy feet. Guaranteed relief for extremely dry, cracked feet.
I got your back, you got mine. Think about you all the time. Together we can come through. That's what love's made of. When we can't be close, we can still be close.
The Dove Men Plus Care 3-in-1 bar is unique. It can be used on the hands, body, and face. It cleanses and moisturizes with 1/4 moisturizing cream, leaving your skin feeling comfortable and smooth. Dove Men Plus Care 3-in-1 bar.
At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities. And we're ending childhood hunger in America.
Now more Good Day Dakota on KX News.
Well, 6:35, welcome back. Governor Doug Burgum, along with the rest of the North Dakota Emergency Commission, met on Thursday to decide what to do with the state's share of its CARES Act funds. 49% of the $408 million will be allocated to economic support for individuals, meaning $200 million will be given to job service in order to get them through the next meeting in September. Now, only 6% will be allocated towards public health and safety.
A lot of states are spending their monies fighting COVID, and because we've had great individual responsibility and great numbers and great results on the COVID side, we're fortunate that we're able to focus on these economic programs.
And any remaining funds from the CARES Act that is not used by December 30th will be returned to the federal government.
Now we continue our COVID-19 North Dakota watch with the latest numbers from the health department. There were 29 new cases of the coronavirus, moving the overall total now to 3,193. And another North Dakotan has died after contracting the virus, a man in his 60s from Cass County. The total of deaths now in the state is 75. In addition, recoveries once again outpaced new cases. 53 people are now newly recovered, meaning there are actually 309 active cases here in the state. 26 people are currently in the hospital, and over 144,000 tests have been administered to date. For the latest information on the coronavirus, including resources, the latest case numbers, and prevention, head to our website, kxnet.com.
All right, now it's time to turn our attention back to the weather here and see what we can expect for this weekend. I know yesterday you said to expect a cool morning, and it certainly is that.
It's a little chilly out there. We've got some 40s, some upper 30s, mostly 40s, but we're looking at a warmer day for most of us today. And of course, it is allergy season for many, so I want to visit the allergy forecast into the afternoon, or really just for today in general. We're talking a low ragweed allergy today. Also, grass is high, and trees pretty medium, kind of a mid-range there. And it really all depends on, of course, how you react to all of this. But that's our forecast for today. But temperatures are back into the 70s. We've got sunshine with increasing clouds by late afternoon and a small chance for showers and thunderstorms. Here are your temperatures this morning. Again, some areas in the upper 30s. That would be Hettinger, 47 in Flasher, and 45 in Medina, and also upper 30s in Watford City. We've been sitting steady in the upper 30s there. 43 in Kenmare, as well as into Velva, 42 in Turtle Lake. Coming up, I'll tell you about the weekend forecast, who could see severe weather, and we'll talk about when we'll see those 80s again.
All right, very good. Thank you, Amber. So what do flip-flops and smoothies have in common?
Well, both come together on this National Flip-Flop Day for a good cause. Marlo Anderson, founder of National Day Calendar, explains.
Welcome to June 19th on the National Day Calendar. Summertime means celebrating extra long sunny days, and for me, that includes National Flip-Flop Day. What could be better than setting your piggies free? For the folks of Camp Sunshine in Casco, Maine, summertime is a feeling of joy and a retreat from reality that is geared just for kids facing a life-threatening illness. The camp is full of supported activities in the beautiful outdoors for kids and their families, and is provided free of charge. To help make this possible, Tropical Smoothie Cafe founded National Flip-Flop Day. Participating stores offer free Jetty Punch smoothies to customers wearing flip-flops, who can then donate and send a card to the kids at Camp Sunshine. On National Flip-Flop Day, celebrate the carefree spirit of summer and bring a ray of sunshine to someone else in need. Be sure to join us tomorrow as we celebrate every day.
It's Friday. There's a lot to celebrate today. It's also National Free BSD Day. It is National Garfield the Cat Day. I like that day.
Yeah.
It's Juneteenth, of course. It's National Martini Day, National Watch Day, and Wear Blue Day, and National Take Back the Lunch Break Day.
So a lot of national calendar events to celebrate today.
That's
Garfield's pretty cool. I know we have our furry friends coming up, so
that's right.
Not sure if our furry friend will be a fan of Garfield, but we'll
it's
see.
a dog.
Yeah, it's a dog. That's what I'm getting at.
We'll introduce you to Pixie. Julie Sherrato is here with Furry Friends Rock and Rescue. There, Aaron's already lapping up the love.
Already getting the love.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
That Woman, Sundays at 7, only on the Dakota CW.
Your weather matters, and we've got you covered.
Get local weather coverage you can count on.
KX Storm Team, keeping you ahead of the storm.
Protect your investment property and the health and wellness of its occupants with the Halo LED air purification system. Improve the air quality in your building or home with technology that kills 99% of most germs, bacteria, and viruses on surfaces and in the air by producing ionized hydrogen peroxide molecules. The Halo LED is like bringing fresh outdoor air inside without ever having to open your window. Call H.A. Thompson & Sons today, 223-3393 for more information on this revolutionary product.
Smoking and e-cigarettes are dangerous. E-cigarettes cause lung damage, and smoking causes cancer. Quitting is hard, but you can do it. There are many ways to quit, and we'll show you how. We'll do it together. Quit Week is June 15th to the 21st. Make it your time to quit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Only your steel dealer has the legendary tools to take on your to-do list. Real Steel. Find yours. Get a free FSKM trimmer attachment with purchase of any combi motor and one attachment. Or save $20 on the easy-to-use BG56 CE blower. Now just $169.95. Not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot. Always at a local Steel dealer. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Join the conversation on Facebook and Twitter with Good Day Dakota.
Well, 6:42. Welcome back. And today is Furry Friday. We have Julie Sherrato here with us. And today you brought Pixie, and she is just a sweetheart.
Oh, man, she's a love. We pulled, someone called us from the Fort Yates Standing Rock area that there was 7 dogs running on the loose. And so we picked them up the other day. Pixie's been in and out of the vet the last couple days, and we're not sure if she got kicked in the face really hard or if she has some kind of congenital defect growth from birth, but we're doing lots of vetting with this young lady. So she's getting the runaround. You're going to notice she looks like she's got little gopher cheeks. And
she got a little jaw.
It doesn't bother her. She ate one heck of a mean breakfast this morning. She got scrambled eggs and some beef roast and rice. And
wow, I think I'm coming to your house for breakfast.
Yeah, she ate pretty good this morning. So we're just trying to put some meat back on her bones and heal her up and get her dewormed and get her shots, and then we'll get her fixed and get her to a new home. But yeah, we got to figure out what's going on with the face first.
So it'll be a little bit before she's up for adoption. And the other dogs, you brought in some others too. So they're all being
oh my gosh,
taken care of.
In the last 45 days, we are right around 247 animals, and that's half and half. It's usually like way more cats than dogs. Not this time. It's almost 50-50 for dogs. So we have been we've been vetting and sending a lot of dogs out to the big rescues that can help us out of state, because we just can't keep up.
Yeah. It's a lot to take in.
And the fundraising isn't where it's at.
Exactly. And so for fundraising, you have Texas Roadhouse, a 10% donation
next
night.
Thursday.
Okay, that's June 25th.
Dine in or take out, and some of their proceeds are going to go to animals. So that's a good night to grab a steak, whether you're going to take it home or go eat. You bet.
We'll have that information on our website too. That's 3 to 10 at Texas Roadhouse next Thursday. Okay.
And we are gearing up for for a huge surrender event up in Newtown, and we're going to actually pair with some other rescues and shelters, and we're going to go up and vet animals. We're going to pull in animals. If people find them, we want them to bring them to us on July 18th.
Okay.
So we're looking for anywhere from 50 to 100 kennels that we can take up, because it's going to be huge for us.
So any gently used or new kennels that's a great need right now.
We need them bad. Yeah, you can drop them off at Cooper. You can drop them off at KT. You can drop them off behind our shop. You bet. Just let us know.
So we will have all the information on our website for both of those events here, and also keep up to date on when Pixie's available to be adopted out.
Keep your fingers crossed.
That's right. All right. Thank you so much, Julie, for joining us this morning. And now Amber's going to give us another look at the weather here.
Yeah, we've got a pretty dry forecast for most of us. Some chances for showers and thunderstorms, but many really need the rain. I want to show you the latest drought monitor. This was released yesterday morning. Data was collected Tuesday and for a Thursday release. So we've got drought conditions for much of western North Dakota, and you can see the numbers certainly reflect that. And it isn't just a rain deficit that makes up the drought monitor. That should be made clear. But you can see that this is certainly adding to it. This is the Bismarck Almanac. You can see that for the month, we are down by over 1.5 inches, and for the year, down by 5 inches of moisture. Here's the Minot Almanac, also incredibly dry. For the month, down by 1 3/10 inches, down by a little over 4.5 for the year. And I think the more important number is going to be more seasonal, more monthly. So coming up, we'll talk more about the rain chances that we have for the weekend, and also who could see severe weather this Saturday. That's straight ahead.
All right, thanks, Amber. When we return on Good Day Dakota, we'll take you all the way up to 7 o'clock.
Yes, we will, and we've got everything you need to know as you head out the door to start your Friday morning. Stay with us.
Open Water Marine, home of Angler Quest Pontoons. A name you can trust and a brand you can rely on. Call Sean today.
Sweetheart, do my forearms look bigger?
They look the same.
I've been spinning faster recently. I think they're getting bigger. Feel them.
Yeah, they kind of feel bigger.
Yeah, cool. Sorry.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
At Riverwood RV, we know camping. Whether you're a new or avid camper, we can help you find a solution to make your first or 100th outing the best experience ever. Stop on by and let's talk campers, parts, servicing, and accessories. We want to help you find everything you need to make your home away from home run, look, and feel better than ever before. Together, we'll figure out how to make that next camping adventure an event to remember.
Acres of fun, Riverwood RV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This summer, we'll be traveling in a cabin where every seat is premium and all baggage flies free. So fasten your seatbelts and enjoy the panoramic views. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan. Get a low $274 per month lease on Nissan Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models.
Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
Hey, Amber, where am I dead?
And good morning. That was submitted by Emily out of Minot. So we want to thank you for that submission. It looks like you can do some bike riding today because the temperatures are going to be pretty comfortable. This morning it's a little chilly. You might need that light jacket in Minot. We're 43 right now in the Magic City with a light southwesterly wind at only 6 miles per hour. We'll get a little gusty this afternoon, maybe some gusts up to 20, 25, but the winds out of the west should stay rather light. But here's your forecast for today at Minot. We're talking temperatures mostly in the 60s throughout much of the day. We'll eventually reach those low 70s by the middle and latter part of the afternoon. And so looking at just a few clouds that will get pulled in later today, but a lot of sunshine. And you can see that here on our KX cam in Rugby, also mostly clear in Bismarck. So lots of sun already to start the day off with, certainly going to warm us up a little bit. We're mostly clear for a lot of us. We've got this low pressure system to the north of us, and we'll be under the influence of this low for a few days and really through the weekend. This sort of flow around this will help to pull in chances for some showers, maybe some thunderstorms later on. You can see some moisture trying to move in our direction from the west. This will be the culprit behind not just, again, a few clouds, but some isolated storm chances later today and into this evening. Temperatures are a little chilly. We're starting to climb into the mid-40s for some of us, but a lot of us are chilly in the upper 30s in Watford City and Sydney. Hettinger in at 39 degrees. Winds are out of the west and southwest, 5 to 10. These will stay around westerly today, 10 to 15, maybe some gusts to 20 and 25 with highs back into the 70s. So we are warming up a bit today with some 60s for that Highway 2 corridor. I'll tell you about the weekend forecast, chances for storms, and we'll talk about when we'll see those 80s again.
All right, thanks, Amber. A body and vehicle authorities were searching for most of the day yesterday were found in the Missouri River. Renee Cooper was on scene at the Fox Island boat ramp in Bismarck. Here's what she learned.
I'm out here along the Missouri River. The Fox Island boat ramp is just behind me. And I don't know how well you can see off into the distance here behind me, but you've got Bismarck Police on scene. There's the Burleigh County Sheriff's Department. There's also Burleigh County Water Rescue. Now, all of these agencies have been on scene since earlier in the afternoon, about 1 o'clock this afternoon. And the reason they are is because Burleigh County or Bismarck Police Department was tipped off about a car submerged in the Missouri River last night, and they've been searching for it all day. Now, at about 7:40 tonight, they were able to locate the car, and they actually pulled it up by crane. You could see it. It was a dark-colored sedan. Now, my vantage point isn't great from here. I was able to zoom in a little bit earlier with my camera to get some good shots of them pulling it out of the water. But as of right now, as best as I could see, it was a dark-colored sedan that was pulled out around 7:40 tonight. I'll send it back to you.
And police are not releasing the identity of the person who was found inside the vehicle until the family is notified. We do know a Bismarck man went missing Monday, 37-year-old Bradley Joseph Agard. Authorities are not saying this is him, but family members expressed they're very concerned. And authorities tell KX News, based on the information they were given, police say this was one of the best areas to look for him, which is why the search started yesterday.
In new developments, we now know the name of the person who was killed in a plane crash in Mandan. Mandan police say 57-year-old Joel Flieger of Stanton died not too long after taking off around 1:45 Saturday afternoon at the Mandan airport. He was the only person on board the aircraft, and Federal Aviation Administration spokesman Tony Molinaro says that the single-engine, two-seat plane made for aerobatics was built from a kit, and the National Transportation Safety Board is leading that investigation into the crash.
A new project will help track those with disabilities who may have gone missing. Project Find Safe is a collaboration of the North Dakota Center for People with Disabilities at Minot State and law enforcement. The project is funded by a 3-year, $150,000 grant from the U.S. Department of Justice and will cover the cost of equipment and training. The director says the project will help give families anywhere in the state peace of mind.
Whether they're young or old with autism or developmental disability or have Alzheimer's or dementia, this hits every range. And so I think there's a lot more people out there that could really benefit from this program.
North Dakota Highway Patrol is one of the main partners in the project. Troopers will be trained to track a missing person using a bracelet and receiver. Project Find Safe will be put into place throughout the state this fall.
All right, sounds like a great program.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on that. And now Amber is keeping an eye on the weather for a Friday morning and what the weekend is shaping up to be, Amber.
Yeah, we're a little chilly this morning, a lot of 40s. We're seeing a great sunrise as we have a mostly clear sky out there, but we will pull in a few clouds later today and an isolated chance for showers and thunderstorms. These are not going to be high chances. They're going to be very hit or miss, not expecting anything severe. We head into Saturday with a slight chance once again for some showers and thunderstorms for central and eastern North Dakota, keeping with a chance mostly in the southern half of the state on Father's Day. And it looks like our severe potential is going to be on Saturday, mostly for our southeastern counties. You can notice here that a lot of us are more favored to see non-severe thunderstorms. The darker green is going to be that marginal risk. You see there on the key on the left side of your screen there. And then Emmons County, Logan, McIntosh, Wasatch counties under a chance for severe weather, marginal risk for large hail and damaging winds. So we'll be watching that into Saturday evening. And then temperatures tomorrow do rebound. We're back into the 70s. So we'll see a lot of 70s in areas where we'll stay in the 60s along the Highway 2 corridor for today. And then we keep the 70s into Father's Day. You can see the Dickinson 3-day forecast and a look at the KX cam in Dickinson this morning. Low 70s on Sunday. Don't let the icons, the thunderstorm icons, scare you away from having outdoor plans, but you want to stay in tune with the weather because we do have those hit or miss showers and thunderstorms. I don't think this is going to be a washout at this point, but here's the Williston 3-day forecast. Again, chances for showers and storms on Saturday and even a small chance on Sunday. Here's your 7-day for Minot. 70s as we head towards the beginning of next week. We have a big pattern shift for the middle of next week that brings us back into the 80s. Here's the forecast for Bismarck, looking to keep the 70s for the weekend. We're back to those 80s by at least Wednesday of next week.
All right. Thank you very much, Amber. Now let's take a look at our top stories for today. Some 650,000 young immigrants known as Dreamers are feeling a sense of relief after the Supreme Court rejected President Trump's effort to immediately end the DACA program. The conservative Chief Justice John Roberts wrote the decision in the 5-4 ruling and was joined by the court's 4 liberal justices. The ruling sends the case back to the Department of Homeland Security to try again to justify why DACA should end. And fired Atlanta police officer Garrett Rolfe, who prosecutors say shot Rashard Brooks twice in the back, turned himself in to face charges including felony murder. Brooks, chased by Rolfe, fired a taser at him, and Rolfe fired back with his gun 3 times. Officer Devin Brosnan, who is charged with aggravated assault and other crimes, left the Fulton County Jail after posting bond. And today is Juneteenth, the annual day commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S. The governors of New York and Virginia said that they are proposing legislation to make Juneteenth a paid holiday for state employees as it is in Texas. And Senators Kamala Harris and Cory Booker say that they are introducing a bill to make Juneteenth a national holiday. And coming up after Good Day Dakota, CBS This Morning will have more on those big stories of the day.
47 states in the U.S. recognize today Juneteenth as a holiday. North Dakota is not one of them, and one state legislator says it's time to change that. In the wake of civil unrest across the country, states, companies, and even sports organizations are recognizing the day as a holiday. Governor Doug Burgum announced this week that North Dakota will observe it as a day of celebration in 2020. But Democratic State Senator Tim Mathern says he will propose in the next legislative session that the day be recognized as a holiday.
Systemic change that we need. That's actually passing a law, creating a holiday that teaches forever for our children and our school systems and our employees. That's change. Having a celebration day announced by Twitter is a smiley face.
Juneteenth celebrates the freeing of slaves 2 years after President Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation.
And happening today, Minot's Juneteenth celebration, and officials say that you may have to adjust your commute a little. Minot Police Department, they will be blocking off a portion of 2nd Avenue Southwest in front of City Hall. That will start at 11:30 a.m. And a Freedom March will start from City Hall, where all 4 lanes on 6th Street Southwest will be blocked off. Marchers plan to turn on 3rd Avenue Northwest, as you see there, and they will continue on to Oak Park. Police Chief John Klug says that drivers should plan accordingly.
I wouldn't anticipate it going any longer than 1:30 as far as the roads being closed. The event is set to go longer in Oak Park, but there won't be any disruptions to normal business there.
And Chief Klug says that more than 100 people are expected to attend that event today. So, and Amber, I mean, today really couldn't be a better day for it. I know there's some chances, but temperature-wise, it should be nice.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good today. A little chilly this morning, I should add. A lot of 40s, but later today we're looking a little warmer than yesterday. Take a look at what you're walking out the door to this morning. Mostly 40s, some upper 30s, and in fact, Watford City, one of the areas, still lingering in the upper 30s. But here's the forecast over the next few days. 70s today, 70s tomorrow, and into Sunday as well. Small chances for some shower and thunderstorm activity Saturday and Sunday. Of course, Saturday being the first day of the summer, and summer solstice officially happens tomorrow at 4:43 p.m. That's when we can officially celebrate summer. Here are your next 7 days. 70s, heading into the middle of next week with a completely different pattern, which is going to promote warmth, a lot of 80s, well, a lot of hot June-like temperatures.
All right. Well, thanks, Amber, and thank you for joining us on Good Day Dakota.
Stay tuned for CBS This Morning. That is coming up next.